Senate reiterates commitment towards resolving minimum wage. Public Affairs Analyst x-rays 10th National Assembly at 1 year. Plus, Kano State House of Assembly extends tenure of interim management officers at local government areas. Good evening and welcome to NTA Parliamentary News. I am Praise Nwachuku. The Senate has restated commitment towards amicable resolution of the minimum wage issue and commends Labour for suspending the strike. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports on this and other considerations at Tuesday's plenary.
The news of the suspension of the strike action broke while plenary was in session, debating a motion from Senator Diket Plank on the minimum wage issue.
Devise a means of arriving at a comprehensive policy that would be beneficial to both the private and public sectors in a way that will not drive the economy to an unprecedented downturn.
We must not only look or wait to make law. We must say that a delegation both to Labour, like we have did before, and also to the federal government, and saying, let us up to 90,000 naira. And every party should stop at that.
National minimum wage is guided by law, an act of National Assembly. And if upward review or otherwise should be the responsibility of the National Assembly.
As we deal with the minimum wage, Mr. President, we should also be thinking of those who have no employment at all.
Lawmakers expressed the hope that the resumption of negotiation will enable parties to reach a compromise.
Shutting down national grid could amount to economic sabotage. Stopping children from taking WAEC means that you have set those children back by 1 year. Stopping the hash is not only religious sacrilege, it's also unheard of. I want to thank the Nigerian Labour Congress and the TUC for listening to the voice of Nigerians and the international community, calling out the strike to enable negotiations to continue. And we wish them well in the negotiations. On our part, we will continue to do our best by making contributions and at the same time awaiting the incoming bill for us to enact for the benefit of all Nigerians.
6 bills passed first reading, among them bills amend Border Communities Development Agency Act. Meanwhile, President Tinubu has communicated the Senate seeking confirmation of Dr. Adepoju Olumide as Director General of the National Space Research and Development Agency. In another development, Senator Abdul Ningi has attended plenary, thanking the Senate for recalling him from the earlier suspension.
I would like to commend the Senate for this gesture, and I would like especially to commend the Senate President for the kind words you have expressed that day about me. Commend the leadership of the minority.
Senator Ningi was suspended in March this year over budget padding allegations. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
With me to x-ray the 10th National Assembly at 1 year is Dr. Adoyi Omale, a public affairs analyst. Dr. Adoyi, you're welcome.
Good afternoon, and I'm happy to be here on NTA.
Thank you. Well, as a public affairs analyst, how would you say the 10th National Assembly has fared this 1 year? Has there been measurable progress on the legislative journey?
Well, let me first of all congratulate the National Assembly and congratulate Nigerians for 1 year into the government, into this current government. The National Assembly, the 10th National Assembly, having spent 1 year, to my mind, they have tried within the existing limits of what is available to them, but there's still a lot of work that need to be done. There's a lot of things that have been left unattended to, and even the ones they have attended to, we have not seen the type of results that we expect. And the National Assembly being one of the major arm of any government in a democracy. The citizens look up to the National Assembly to be able to resolve most of the issues that plague the nation.
All right. Well, in your opinion, what are Nigerians' expectations in the remaining 3 years of the 10th Assembly? Let's hear your thoughts on that.
Nigerians are expecting a lot. Nigerians want the issue of insecurity in the country to be tackled, and the National Assembly have to make the necessary legislation to tackle that. Nigerians want to have a more stable academic calendar in public universities. We have not seen a lot that have been done in relation to the agitation of ASU and then, of course, the rave of the moment, the issue of minimum wage, which government has been negotiating with organized labor. Definitely it needs to be backed up with legislation. There are other issues, that the issue of oversight, fight against corruption, and so on. All these are issues that the National Assembly, Nigerians are looking up to the National Assembly to be able to either amend existing legislation or make new ones so that we can have a better country.
Oh, wow. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Omale, for being on the news tonight. The Kano State House of Assembly has approved the extension of tenure for interim management officers of all the 44 local government councils across the state. But this came to light when the chairman of the Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Juberu Hamza Masu, presented its report. Samira Hamisu Shira completes the story.
Last week, the Kano State House of Assembly received a correspondence from the Ministry for Local Government seeking the extension of tenure for local government executives across the state for another 3 months, and were screened this Monday by the ad hoc subcommittees of the House. They were also found worthy of approval. Therefore, in view of the provisions of the Kano State Local Government Law of 2006, the committee recommended the extension of the tenures of interim management committees of all the 44 local government areas in the state from 8th of June to 7th of September 2024.
The committee of the state have effectively and efficiently discharged their duties peacefully without fear or favor, and in accordance with their functions and duties as contained in the Kano State Local Government Law 2006. Accordingly, the committee have not found any of the interim management committee member guilty of misconduct or abuse of office in the last 3 months in the office.
Meanwhile, Representative Suleiman Mukhtar Ishaq of Madobi constituency sponsored a motion calling on the state government to upgrade Alhaji Akilu Madobi Hospital to the status of a general hospital, which the House unanimously agreed to. From the Kano State House of Assembly, Samira Hamisu Shira, NTA News.
Niger State House of Assembly has called on the executive to, as a matter of urgency, enhance the payment of pension and gratuity of retirees in the state. Musa Mikhail reports that the House also received a matter of urgent public importance calling on the executive to assist those affected by the windstorm disaster which affected more than 12 communities across the state. The report.
Member representing Suleja constituency, Murtala Adamu Badaru, in a motion calling on the executive to enhance the gratuity and pension of retirees in the state, said during the verification exercise conducted some months ago, assurance was given by the State Pension Board that payment of benefit for all captured retirees will be made without delay and that their welfare will not be compromised. However, till date, the benefits are yet to be paid to any retirees in the state.
This Honorable House, as a representative of the people, has not relented in expressing its concern over the non-payment of gratuity and pension of many retirees in the state, leading to extreme hardship experienced by these senior citizens. Government need to urgently look into the life of these retirees.
The House, after contributions by various members, resolved that the attention of the executive be called upon to enhance welfare of the retirees in the state. A motion on matter of urgent public importance by the member representing Kaja constituency, Abdel Malik Balaya Kubu, calling on the executive arm to assist the more than 20 communities affected by windstorm in Kaja local government was also presented. Similarly, member representing Munya constituency, Haruna Duza, also presented a motion for the government to, as a matter of urgency, intervene and call on the federal government to come to the aid of the people of Kuchi, where 150 people were abducted by suspected bandits.
As a matter of extreme urgency, intervene as well as urge the federal government to deploy security operatives to Kuchi village, as well as other areas that have ravaged by bandits and banditry attacks.
The situation is actually terrible because you practically see women. There was one that was just having, like, she did not even have enough strength for herself, but she was just dragging the child while trying to run away. We have a senator. Now, apart from the people we were trying to invite, I think I would like to know what the local government chairman have done thus far.
The House thereafter resolved that a minute silence be observed for the repose of the soul of 8 people who lost their life, and also urged the state government to call for the deployment of more security operatives to Kuchi village and other villages affected. From the State Legislative Complex, Musa Mikael, NTA News.
It's now time to pause for some messages. The news continues with stories from the state assemblies shortly.
Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the marketing department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
You're watching Parliamentary News, reaching you from Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. You can follow the platforms on the screen for more updates. The Osun State House of Assembly has vowed to implement all the submissions made by stakeholders during the public hearing on Osun State Estate Agency Regulatory Authority Bill 2024 for growth of the people and the state at large. Parliamentary correspondent Muyiwa Omoumi reports that the public hearing took place at the Hollow Chamber of the House.
The Speaker, represented by his Deputy, Right Honorable Akiode Oyewusi, described the public hearing as a mechanism through which the legislators receive information, opinion, and alternative ways on a proposed or pending piece of legislation of other matters. He noted that the proposed Osun State Estate Agency Regulatory Authority Bill 2024 is long overdue, and added that when eventually passed into law, it would form the rules and regulations for the practice of estate agency in the state, and thereby providing appropriate sanctions to unlicensed estate agents in Osun State.
The conduct of the public hearing is one of the vital legislative activities both at the state and the national levels. Public hearing is a mechanism through which the legislature obtains information, expert opinions, and alternative perspectives on a proposed or pending piece of legislation or other matters.
The sponsor of the bill, the Majority Leader, Honorable Babajide Koforola, noted that the 8th Assembly would continue to protect the interests of tenants, buyers, and others in the state.
The proposed Osun State Estate Agent Regulatory Authority is a crucial step toward achieving these goals by implementing guidelines and upholding high standard of practice. These authorities aim to protect the interests of property owners,
The stakeholders promised to avoid extorting members of the public who transact businesses with them while urging government to do its own part on legislation. In their various contributions, the lawmakers commended the contribution of relevant stakeholders who solicited for reduction in transaction fee.
The most important thing in this house is what our people are told. We feel in this house, this bill, when passed into law, is going to affect the whole of Osun State. And because shelter is very, very important.
The bill, which is yet to be passed into law, has been accepted by the stakeholders at the public hearing, and they are looking forward to the passage. From the Osun State House of Assembly in Osogbo, Muyiwa Omowumi, NTA News.
As Governor Bassey Otu clocks 1 year in office, the Cross River State House of Assembly has commended his infrastructure development and people-oriented policy geared towards transforming the state to greater heights. Udwak Etim reports that the 10th Assembly pledges continuous synergy with the executive arm of government to execute its plans through passage of good legislation.
It has been noticed that 1 year in office, Governor Bassey Otu is making significant progress in infrastructure development, especially on road rehabilitation and in other sectors of the economy, as adjudged by members of the Cross River State House of Assembly. The House applauds the action plans, policies and programs put in place to improve the living standard of the people. Believing in his first people's mantra, members of the 10th Assembly also commended the present administration's efforts in developing the state and assured of continuous synergy through good legislation.
But peradventure, the executive is a proactive one and acts on them. It allows us the latitude to be more steadfast and committed to what we are doing here. So the executive, I must commend them, have been very responsive.
We have a wonderful governor in the person of His Excellency Senator Bassey Otu. We've been able to establish that wonderful relationship because all of us have one purpose. We have one vision for our Cross Riverians.
I want to also thank the governor for giving us that enabling environment. You see, I always say this, that in any organization, in a state, or in any association, if they really want to succeed, the leader must live by example. And today we have a governor that is full step, have given us a direction.
With the speed and the way the governor is going right now, I think the governor will take us very far. What he has started today, if he continues like that for the next 4 years, I think Cross River State will be in the right direction.
Others are of the opinion that Governor Otu's administration has fared well within the period under review.
Since the emergence of the present administration, led by His Excellency Prince Bassey Otu, so many things have turned around in the state. You see, rural rehabilitation, which is not only in capital city, but it is being spread across the 3 senatorial districts.
I must commend His Excellency, the Governor, Senator Prince Bassey Otu, for what he has achieved so far. I'm so impressed with him, especially as it concerns infrastructure.
His Excellency Governor Bassey Otu has done very well. I score him 99%. He has done well in terms of infrastructural development in the state. He has done well also in terms of human capital development.
The people of the state are advised to exercise patience as the governor will do his best to deliver dividends of democracy to the 18 local government area of the state. In Calabar, Udwak Etam, NTA News.
Another member of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Asukwo Nana, has officially defected from the Young Progressive Party to People's Democratic Party. Mr. Nana, who announced his defection under a matter of urgent public importance, says his defection is as a result of division among the leadership of the party in the state. Nsikak Okon reports.
The lawmaker who represents Ikono State constituency in Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Asukwo Nana, appreciates the leadership and members of Young Progressive Party in the state and the country for his election into the state legislature and pledge his loyalty to support the leadership of People's Democratic Party and development of the state.
The entire structure of the YPP in the state has emptied into the People's Democratic Party. is not only expedient but men that exit and join the moving train. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, it is my pleasure to hereby inform this honorable House that due to the aforementioned reasons, I have resigned my membership from the Young Progressive Party YPP and effected this morning to the People's Democratic Party.
Some lawmakers commended him for such a bold decision.
Mr. Speaker, it is with great joy we in PDP welcome back our brother who went on a journey of self-discovery and for the benefits of the common people in the other parties formerly known as the YPP. So, Mr. Speaker, as a party and as members of the great party, the largest umbrella that can accommodate all, we are very happy to welcome you back.
By the nature of the leadership, that it will be recorded for you that when you assume leadership as a Speaker of the Head Assembly, you only have 24 members from PDP. But in less than 1 year, you have made every members to fall in line with the PDP. It couldn't come to you, Mr. Speaker.
The Speaker, Akwa State House of Assembly, Udemoton, congratulates him and welcome him into People's Democratic Party.
Umbrella party that accommodates everybody. The party that is doing well in Akwa State since 1999. You are welcome and God bless you.
Asukwa Nana is the second person to defect from the Young Progressive Party YPP to People's Democratic Party PDP, making Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly a full PDP membered legislature. Zika Okon, NTA News.
The Ekiti State House of Assembly held a special plenary in honor of the retired clerk of the House, Mr. Tola Esan. At the special plenary, members of the House acknowledged the contributions of the clerk to the legislative arm of the state. Ayodeji Ogunshakin reports.
After 35 years meritorious service and reached the peak of his career as the clerk of Ekiti State House of Assembly, it is time for Mr. Tola Esan to pen down to start another phase of life. The Speaker Adeoye Arebasoye congratulated the clerk for the journey of the 35 years in government service, adding that he has contributed in many ways to the state legislature through his wealth of experience.
On a number of occasions, you come to me privately to also advise on what to do, how to do it, on what not to do, and how not to do it. This you have exhibited very well. Whatever achievement we have recorded within the last 1 year of presiding over the affairs of this house, I call to you also.
It was glowing tribute from 7 lawmakers, one after the other, who acknowledged the administrative competence of the clerk. According to them, his good quality as administrative head in the assembly has made the State Assembly ranked among the best in the Committee of Legislative Houses in the country. Some former legislators of the House who had worked with the retiring clerk acknowledged him for his humility, diligence, hard work, dedication and commitment to work, a situation they said has had positive impacts on the Assembly. They prayed for God's guidance as he starts another phase of life.
So diligent. I respected him more when I worked with him as Deputy Speaker of this place, and especially when I acted as Speaker during the demise of my boss in the Sixth Assembly.
You now have a better opportunity to deploy your talent, wide knowledge, extensive administrative skills, and managerial experience to add value to yourself and people of your immediate community.
Whatever man does in life goes after them. Continue the way you have been doing. God is your strength.
Tola Esan appreciated members of the House for the honor and challenged those he is leaving behind to be diligent in their duties.
Without sounding immodest, it requires exceptional grace of God to have served under many right honorable speakers. in the legislation that is full of political challenges, varied interests, attractions, and brickbats. There is always an unseen banana peel beside the seat of the clerk to make the ground slippery. It needs no brainer to agree that God really works for me and works with me.
Mr. Atolaisan became the clerk of the House in the year 2013 as the 6th clerk and the 2nd substantive clerk of the Assembly. From the State House of Assembly, Ayodele Ogunshakin, NTA News.
Well, this is the size of our bulletin. I am Praise Nwachuku. Bye for now.